What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of my off-season franchise with the Chicago White Sox. In case you missed it, last episode we played Game 1. Dylan Cease threw a one-hit shutout, so looking pretty good on the pitching front so far. Obviously, it's super early, so we're going to see if all our moves and our team translates to simulating a little bit. I mentioned it last episode, but we're probably going to skip through the rotation and then hit the next starter in the rotation's start, if that makes sense. So we're going to do Dylan Cease, and then we'll skip all the way past him again, and then we'll have Dustin May's first start, and so on and so forth. We might do two, depending on if we're rolling or not, and then conversely, if we are struggling, I'll probably hop in and play a game. But it's early enough that I think we can handle a winning streak or losing streak. Plus, I want to get kind of momentum towards our pitchers and stuff like that. So we're going to start simulating. The only thing I don't know is if scouting becomes available either the Sunday the 31st or April the 7th. Obviously, when that comes up, we're going to take a not as deep a look as we did in season 1, but we are going to take a glance. So we'll talk more about that when that comes up. But without further ado, we should be able to simulate until our next start here. That's a loss. Okay, so today is the day to do the scouting assignment. So we're going to take a quick look at them. So with the scouting, we're actually in a really good spot during the offseason. After the draft and the free agency and everything like that, there was a time when we did the draft lottery. It just simulates for you. I did take a screenshot of it, so I will either have that up now or in a second. And basically, we jumped our spot and we got the number 1 overall spot. So that's big news. So we have the choice of anybody in the draft. It's kind of a precarious situation because we know what we need, but since we have the number 1 overall pick, we're probably going to go after the top overall guy in our minds. I think ideally we'd probably, go after probably a middle infielder again. I would think maybe a third baseman. I mean, we have some guys coming up. We could really use help anywhere. Pitching would be nice too. So it's kind of a good thing. I'm afraid it might be like a center fielder or a right fielder or something like that. Somewhere where we've invested some money. Obviously, Luis Robert was already on our team, but hopefully it's a spot where we don't have too much movement, because I expect with the number 1 overall pick we can get a guy that is a starter right away. At least that's what I'm hoping. Ideally, with the number 1 overall pick, you want to get one of those kind of non-miss guys, one of those sure thing type guys with the 99 potential and stuff like that. They're difficult to find, and they're kind of hit or miss. I've seen several in a draft. I've seen none in a draft. So let's just take a quick look. We might just do all pitching. I'm not really sure this first week, but let's take a quick look, just kind of at what's out there. Obviously, like I said, like we've talked about, closing pitching is just in abundance here. So we'll just kind of go down the list. Obviously, there's some pitchers. Again, always a lot of pitchers. Relief pitchers, I'm probably going to stay away from. Let's see as far as position-wise. So catcher, we got 10 overall. So we'll probably... I might go after a catcher anyways, because we might move Garber to first eventually anyways. I don't really know. It's just so early in the season. Second baseman, we're definitely not going to go there. Thankfully, it doesn't look like there's much out there. Now we might have a guy jump up or something like that. But as far as the first overall pick, We're looking for something maybe like that, right? Manny Batista. Let's see where he's at. Dominican Republic. Okay. So then after him, it kind of falls off, but we definitely want to scout his region for sure. So far, these two guys hopefully are in the same region: Washington D.C. and Mississippi. So the East. So 10 and 11. So we can go with catchers. Obviously, if you missed the episode last last season, I do scout all the pitching as far as starting pitching goes, and that just gives me a blanket coverage of wherever, because I like to probably insert starting pitching when the position players are not where we expect them to be. So I'm liking that third baseman right now. Shortstops, there is a guy kind of high, 15. I'm a little. That's kind of weird that his overall is capped at 74 already. So kind of curious there. Not much as far as left fielders. Of course, there's a center fielder up there. He's a JC guy. So cap that looks pretty deep. So we'll probably scout center fielders just to scout them. Let's see where these guys: New York, Netherlands, Venezuela, probably international, and then we got a high right fielder too. So, and we can always, move the guys that we picked up. It all just is. It's all relative, right? As far as what you do with this. But with that number one overall pick, I definitely want to get the top overall prospect. So, okay. So what I'll probably do here, I like the idea of well, let's just see. Let me see where. I mean, we're probably going to scout him anyways, just to see if that guy's the guy. But let me see. I want to see if we can. Oh my gosh, roster. Because we have our third base prospects are, in abundance, and technically Martin Diaz can move to first, and Colson Montgomery can move to short. So we're not too worried about drafting a third baseman. And if that guy ends up being like a 74 or something like that when we draft him, I've drafted an 80 before. Like our second baseman last year was 73, and we got him 15th overall. So maybe we can slide a guy in there, and then have Diaz and Montgomery kind of fill out the rest of the infield. Obviously, this is hypothetical way down the road, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm definitely going to have, let me see, my pitching guy. He is going to scout position, and we're just going to starting pitching west. And then let me just make sure I'm getting this right here. Position player guy, since there seems to be higher prospects there, we're going to have our position player 92, 97 efficiency. He's going to do catcher, and he'll do east. And then our last guy is going to do that third baseman. Really just kind of cover his whole area. So third base, international. Hopefully this draws up some other guys, in case, there's a guy we're missing or whatever. But this is always what I do for the first, half. I'll do 2 weeks in this position. And then, obviously, depending on how many guys there are to scout, last year we were scouting as much as possible. Kind of what we're going to do again this year, because we have the number one overall pick. If we were a little bit lower, we would kind of focus more on, specific position, right? That we know we want to go after, maybe a position with depth. But here, we're probably just going to, do this very similar than what we did last year, and just try and find as many people as we can. I don't do discovery, so it's really just based on what's out there as far as the player pool they have. So we're going to go ahead and finalize that, and then we can continue on. But just a quick note on my scouting. So half of the scouting, because we only have 14 weeks to scout. So 7 of the weeks or 6 of the weeks ends up being right around 6 to 8, or either 6 or 8, because I do 2 weeks each time. I'll scout all positions as far as regional positions. And then after that, the remaining 6 to 8 weeks, I will do individual players and kind of try and really focus in on exactly what we want to do. So we'll probably take a little deeper look at this later on, maybe at the next, maybe not next week, but the following week, because then our rankings will kind of come into play, and we'll be able to see the players move. So just for the preliminary first week, we'll just get this out there. We know this is what we want to scout, and then, as I said, as we move further along the scouting path, that's when we kind of really take a deeper look into what's out there and what we can do. Obviously, player moves and injuries and a lot of stuff can go on between now and then. But right now, I mean, you can just see that the board there. We need help everywhere. We did have pleasant surprises with the draft and our second baseman, and we've picked up a shortstop, but we'll just have to kind of see what's out there. So now we'll continue to simulate. Let me just save just in case. So we'll continue to simulate here. We're going to simulate up to Dustin May's second start here. So let's keep this going here. So we're going to simulate to the 3rd of April. I think that's good. Brian Bellows be out. Can't have Bello getting hurt. Another loss. So 2-2. Would we split with Oakland? Come on, guys. Win. Lost Brian Bello. We're going to auto-utilize him. So we're just kind of playing 500 ball super early. 500 ball right now. Maybe we can, kind of get some momentum with this game here. We've got Dustin May versus Reed Detmers. May in his first start, 5 in a third inning, only had 3 strikeouts. So based on our performance in last episode, hopefully we can replicate that with Dustin May. I've never pitched with Dustin May, so it'll be interesting here. But let's go ahead and get to it. We're away again, so we don't get to see our brand new stadium, which kind of stinks. Let me do it this way. Play next game here. Play a full game. Reed Detmers did not have a good start either in his first. I don't know if you saw that. What do we want them wearing? Alright, let's hop in. I can't see the weather. I guess we'll just have to see what the weather holds for us. Dustin May. Let's get it done. I'm not going to make any changes to the lineup. We're facing a lefty, so we're going to have Corey Lee in there with Gavin Sheets on the bench. So what has Gavin Sheets done? Really, all he's done is what we did with him in Game 1. So, no changes there. Let's get to it. Mitch Garver's hitting 400. That's a good start. Robert Nomo, a rookie, 421. All right. I'm excited. I'm excited to pitch with Dustin May.
We got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Let's do this. All right, let's get some runs in the first. Reed Detmers. Lefty. Okay. 94, 86. Okay.
What's the scouting report on him?
A very forgettable start his last time out. Was only able to work
Come on,
a couple
Gavin.
of innings. We're looking for him to put it all together today. Command,
First
tempo,
pitch swinging.
really a confident presence out there on the mound.
My game. All right. Slow start. Luis Robert. Doing okay. Does have a home run. Again, this is only game 6 or 7 actually. Get in the gap. Get in the gap. He's not going to catch it. There we go. Extra bases. All right. Good start. Good start.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for.
First double of the year, Luis Robert. MVP. I mean, can we get MVP and Rookie of the Year on the same team?
You know you're making the turn at first. Just an
That ball's
excellent
up. Leave it.
The next to hit takes ball one. 2 for 7.
Mitch Garver's got a 10-game hitting streak going back to last year. Ball's up. We've already rattled him. He's done for. Done for.
Well, you know these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this kind of play.
Early on the 95. Okay. Okay, Rondon's in. He still got him. Hey, Oscar. Crushes left-handed hitting or pitching. I changed his cleats, by the way. They're all black now. Ugh. They were like an ugly gold. Not ugly gold. The shoes just look bad in gold, okay? Dang, just missed it. That ball was carrying, though. Oh, it's Trout still. Yep, Trout still patrolling center field. All right, here comes Dustin May. Dude throws gas. Oh.
The wind of the pitch.
Or I'm sorry.
The leadoff batter as he looks at ball one.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Righty on the mound. I'm not sure why it was covered up. I thought Dylan Cease was on the. I guess it's just the camera angle.
The 1-1.
We are facing a lefty, though. That is for sure. I don't know why I thought. Really thinking. So it looks like Dustin May's just got a sinker. That was his fastball. So I just threw all speed there. No off speed whatsoever. He does have a slurve, it looks like. But it looks like maybe the cutter to righties. Maybe the sinker to lefties. This, you know, left-hander that we got going. Come on, buddy. It's like I can't even see what I'm doing. Let's see, cutting. Let's throw the sinker in.
1-2 now. Now one miss.
Come on. We can't get squeezed this early in the game. A young pitcher like this. A bad pitch. So Rondon's just a stud, even though he hasn't played in 4 years. Makes sense. Oh my gosh. 3-2. We have sinker outside half. Got him. Hate those long at bats, man. They're just grinders. Mike Trout. We're gonna start him off speed here. Oh my gosh, I'm missing that pitch. Show him the heater. Oh, and then he calls that pitch. That's 99, by the way. And then we'll do cutter out. Elmo. All right, good start. Except my blunder, calling him a left-hander. Double check that. Okay, Eloy. I really didn't like hitting him with him game one. I'm hoping I can kind of find his timing. Just because he's got the stats to be a really good hitter, I struggled figuring out his timing. I mean, are we going to make Trout run like we made Bellinger run? That'd be nice. 7-0 game. Starting out similar. Moncada moves up to the 6th spot, facing the left-hander, who actually is a left-hander.
122 and 129 innings pitched. That's almost a strikeout per inning.
An Illinois kid, but he grew up a Cardinals fan. When he was 11, the Cardinals won the 2011 World Series, and that's when he became a die-hard Redbirds fan. Swing and a ball lined out towards center.
All right, well, you know, it's funny. The first game, our 2 guys left over. I might change his batting gloves. There's 2 guys that I wasn't able to really put anything together with. So they're trade targets for me. There we go. Get in the gap. Look at that. I mean, do we have a star on our hands? That was a good piece. Robert Noah, that's his 3rd double already. Killing it. Look at that. But what I was saying with those guys, you know, if we're going to get a third baseman, you know, Moncada's expendable, and then Eli Jimenez really can't play defense anymore. So if we get another bat or something like that, and he's not producing, he's bye-bye too.
Here comes the 0-1.
Which would mean just about almost everybody on the original White Sox, as far as the starters, would be gone. Which I'm fine with. Dang. Need to be more selective. I think swinging at too many pitches. All right, Logan O'Hoppe. What do you want to see first here? Fastball? Strike. Strike. Show you that off speed. Nope, didn't want it.
Later on in the game, that may be a pitch that he turns on.
Sinker in.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire.
Back
But he does
to
like the
the
bottom
slurve.
part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
Oh my gosh, that's just perfectly executed
You could
pitch.
see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed.
What do we do
Just
here?
a little tardy on the fastball.
Sinker outside half. That's
And the righty deals.
was successful before. Oh yeah, it's like a backdoor sinker. All right, now we can throw that first pitch here. You know, I thought we would only throw the sinker to lefties, but it seems to be working against the righties on the outer half. Stay there, maybe.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Next offering is outside.
Come on.
Nothing here.
Haven't thrown my circle change yet. Kind of saving that. I don't know. 5th pitches, I'm always a little hesitant about,
One down, base is empty.
unless the dude's a complete stud, which hopefully Dustin May turns into.
Righty to the plate.
No.
And that's downstairs
mean,
and outside.
It's partially me, but
Up to short.
gotta get him. Gotta go.
Not able to legs it out.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap.
But having a little bit of control issues with him.
I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the
That's a good
ground
pitch.
and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
Like I said, partially me, but
Hitless in the series so far.
sometimes you can miss with a guy, and if they have good control, it just kind of, it doesn't miss as much. So maybe.
To third.
Ugh. Wow. Already giving up more hits than Cease in our first game. All right, time to knuckle down here. Come on,
Next for the Angels, number 9.
big ground ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground. I wouldn't expect many pitches.
This is where that pitching clutch comes in. Man, just rushing it. Here we go. Come on. Is that going to be the first run that I've given up? How embarrassing. Alright, that's going to be the only run. Can't get two on this ball. There's always one inning that seems to be a little more difficult than all the rest. Strike. Strike. I mean, where is that missing? So he's ahead of that. I'm going to throw my change up here. See, like, I barely missed on that, and it's just way out. Walked him. Okay. He's frazzled. Got to be able to throw strikes here. Okay, now we got some work to do. Unreal. Are you kidding me? Yikes, dude. This is not good for his mojo going forward. I mean, everything, unless if I'm throwing strikes, are right down the middle here. Come on. Of course. Rondon is not this good, unfortunately.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches. 1-2. Fletcher on its second with 2 down.
And that ball is gone. Get foul. Dude, I'm getting smoked. What is going on? Did a nice job of getting to the pitch. Look at that confidence. This is unfortunate for Dustin May.
And a foul ball. At 30 years old, Mike Trout, 1,000 runs.
Guess we're just gonna have to have a major comeback. It's been done before.
In Major League history with those numbers at that age, A-Rod and Willie Mays. Another 1-2.
Got out of it. 6 runs. Wow. All right. Here we go. Oh yeah, Rafael is playing as well instead of Cowser against this lefty. Kind of focus in, string some base hits together. That's not a good start, not at all. We can get back in this, no problem. Second time through, here we go.
Rounded out his first time up. That one ripped. Falls it in.
All right. All right, hitting the ball hard right at people.
They still drive you absolutely crazy. 2 outs, base is empty. Luis Robert.
Come on, Luis. Leave that ball up. Leave that upstairs.
24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. And he swings and lifts.
It's perfect. Is that going to carry out? It is! On the board. I thought I missed that ball. That just shows you the power of Luis Robert Jr. Let's see what the distance on that. 408. Okay. All right, on the board though. Boom. Mitch Garver. Trying to keep his hit streak alive. No, Mitch.
Getting to start at first, 33 years old, and he's one of the few
2 for 8 in the series.
born in New Mexico.
Not to make it 3 for 9 here. Come on.
Swings through that.
All right, thought I checked that. Oh my god, I don't know what's going on right now with my gameplay, how bad I'm playing. I do apologize. May's got to have a shutdown inning here. Can't be, walking people like he was last inning, giving up home runs. Got to get in a groove with him. He's on that 99. I mean, maybe he's got to establish this changeup.
It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
And that's okay. I think we know now why he didn't maybe get the strikeouts in his first start. I mean, that's way too close to right down the middle.
Off the plate, and it's a ball and a strike. The pitch.
All right, now hopefully, I'm hoping this changeup starts to try to kind of. No, man, they're just on everything.
Next pitch is outside.
Okay.
2-2.
Yikes, man.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Is the wind just like crazy like it wasn't the first game here? What does the wind look like? Huh. But we got 2 down.
Batting 6th in today's lineup. And he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. The next pitch misses.
I cannot.
Some people say that first base
Can't have that. Not down 6-1 here. There we go. There we go. What do we throw here?
There's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs.
So backdoor cutter.
Now this is in the air down the line.
All right. Hey, good inning. No runs. Get back on track. Teoscar Hernandez is going to get this rally started. Oh, boy. I don't even see it. Oh, it's on the line. That's why I'm gone. All right. 428. That was crushed as well. Told you, he hammers left-handed pitching. And his cleats look way better in black. All right. Chipping away. Chipping away. First pitch off speed, That'll happen. That'll happen. Oh, slipped out of his hand. My goodness.
It's exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Oh, yeah, he swung right through it. Was he early? Very early. Come on, Eloy. Watch it out of his hand. Come on, bud. Hey, that's a base hit. Eloy's got surprising speed to me. I mean, it's not fast, but I thought he was going to be like a 15. He's at a 42 speed. What's it? Yeah, 5 steal. Oh, yeah, get in the gap. Come on, baby. Round him. Oh, that ball's gone. Carried out. Ball is flying today. Look at that. 6-4. Dustin May can quit his crying. We're back in this game. They're pumped in the dugout. And guess what? Our 2 guys that I just talked about, if they don't produce. Now look who we got. Robert Nomo. Keep it up, bud.
All of a sudden, they're back in this ball game.
And now here is
trying to shoot it the other way. That's the
steps on first for the out.
first time I've gotten out with him, so he's in a slump.
Here's Corey Lee. He's 0 for 1.
Corey Lee. This is the guy that we've stuck in here. We do have. He's not our starter, but I'm hoping we can, you know, build him up.
Hit in the air, right field.
Drop.
Grossman.
All right. Well, Rafaela, come on, buddy. Don't get down the line.
And that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Fouled off.
Come on. Man. I'm just sitting fastball right now. Actually, Moncada's home run was off speed, but all right. Now we got him on. Maybe we can get him into scoring position. Come on. I forget what his steal is. 39 steal. Yikes.
Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a
0-1 count.
They've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. He's just got to hit a gap shot here. Come on, Gavin. Nope, that's not gonna do it. But we get 3 in the inning. 6-4. Let's keep chipping away. Got to have Dustin May have another solid inning here. Not only for our team, but for his psyche. That's way to go. Good play. Good play. Starting to get in a little bit of groove with May here. Just kind of figuring out, you know, the best way to pitch with him. I mean, he's got good stuff. It's just his control that's a little tricky. Oh my gosh. This one at its freaking head. The fastball up seems to just not be as effective as it was with Cease. Granted, it's a completely different team that we're playing, but there we go. There's a changeup. You know, and this is the type of thing you work out of and can change your season, you know? He missed badly there.
If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Oh, get there, Gav. Yes, sir. Hey, another good inning. Way to go, Dustin. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. All right, middle of the order here. It's got 2 runs in it, right? Ball's out. They're afraid of him. He's 2 for 2. MVP, future MVP right here.
They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far.
Boom.
That tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand.
Get on 2.
Really well. That's a base hit.
Oh boy. Oh boy, he's gunned. Oh. Rally killer. That's all right. That's all right. Tried to stretch it. And that's right at him. Told you. Rally killer. Get thrown out on the base pass. It's a rally killer. Come on. Get it back going. Come on, Teoscar. Hit another one here, bud.
1 for 2.
No. No, no, no. Yikes.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That's right down the middle, Reed. Can't be throwing that to Teoscar.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a
Eloy,
front side.
come on.
And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Get through the ball. Get through. Get through. Get through. All right, well. Couldn't chip away there, but you know, can't score on all of them.
Welcome back. We head to the bottom
All right, top of their order.
Here's David Fletcher.
I mean, if he can get through 7 after what he did in the second inning, that's a huge, huge win.
The pitch.
Like I said, I'm just starting to figure out kind of the best way to pitch with him.
Next one just misses.
That's a strike.
1 and 2.
See, yeah, you tell him, Dustin. That's a strike, man. Other guy's getting that call. You know, the thing with him is he's got 3 pitches. He's hard, and then slurve is, kind of hit or miss.
Righty delivers.
I just might be off from like his start last game. You might not have a lot of confidence in it, but so it's a little bit different pitching with him. Doesn't got the typical.
Next one misses.
Oh my gosh,
2 and 2.
Typical repertoire. Got him. Sit down. Strike 4. This guy has easily been the hardest guy to get out in their lineup.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Easily. There you go. That's a good pitch. 2 on the outer half. Let's go up and in. He just fouls so many pitches off. All right. What is he looking? Has he seen this? Back-to-back off speed here, and then back up with the heat. The heater. Got him. So I don't think May's gonna make it till 7. He's starting to get tired here. I'm hoping he can get through 6. If he can get past Trout here. Just really helps our bullpen. Even though we have not seen our revamped bullpen just yet, because Dylan Cease threw a complete game. Alright, I would love for him to get the win out of this whole thing, so we gotta score 3 runs right here. 6, 7, 8. Come on. Ooh. Gotta move your cursor.
28 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Out to short.
Okay, alright.
And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
We talk about how the ball
Noah doesn't have a home run yet.
The way it comes out of his
First career home run. Let's go.
Wow, really impressive.
That one is absolutely
Yeah, felt good. Oh, I called it! First career home run for Robert Noah. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Love when you just call your shot. Good stuff. Got his hands in. Ball's flying today. Are they going to take him out now? Dylan Floro. What does he got? 93, 93, 85, 85. Okay. Should be able to hit this guy. Okay, now he's seen it.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels.
Come on.
Appears to be getting loose.
Come on, Corey Lee.
And it is 2-1.
Good eye. He's wearing, looks like football cleats out there. No, rolled over.
The throw to first, and he's out.
You know how I said I'd like to score 3 runs here? Well, got to do it with 2 outs now.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Ball's up.
A ball and no strikes.
We should be able to touch his pitches. He's only got 2 speeds to his pitches. Should be able to get to him.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Early on that 92, got to sit. Gotta sit. Oh my God! Of course he's gonna throw the off speed there.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Bounce to the left side.
All right. Well, at top of the order in the 7th. We need May to have a good, inning here. I don't think I can get him lined up for the win, just because I don't think he can get into the 7th. If anybody gets on here, we are getting somebody up. We might get somebody up if they give me that the alert that he's tired. I feel like some guys in this game, they get the alert, and then in like 3 pitches, they're like done. Other guys can go like the rest of the inning. Oh yeah, missed badly, but pretty decent pitch. Good thing about his start is he has more than 3 strikeouts. That is for certain.
Strike. About to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
Yeah, here we go.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Oh. Go back upstairs. Oh, we called that pitch. All right. Make up call for the 3 that you missed. That's okay. People don't forget. He might do it. He might get 3-6 here. See, manager, it's hard to see, but just said he's getting tired. Oh, come on. This would be big. This would be a big bounce back. Oh. Circle change again. Oh, come on, Blue. See, he's already in the red. Come on. Of course.
The idea was right. He locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Need it. That's pretty good. I don't believe he allowed a hit after that 2nd inning. That's big time. Big time May. Andrew Watts. 94, 82, 89. Got to get something going here. Come on.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late.
That was the pitch.
There's not much margin for error, but at the same time,
just missed it.
They're put in these situations.
Gavin struggling today. All right. Back in LA. That's why he's back in LA. Let's see. Bullpen. Both those guys have been used. I'm trying to figure out who I want to pitch here. These guys all were kind of spent anyways. Stratton, I guess, get him out there again. And then hopefully we take the lead here. Yikes. Schedule put in game. You really needed May to go a little bit longer than he did. There we go to tie the game. His 2nd of the day. Oh, I told you, MVP. He cruises. That one was further than this first one. 431. All right, take the lead here. If we take the lead, I might go with Crochet. Oh, he wanted that. I mean, that was a good piece just early. Come on, Mitch. Come on, Mitch, son of a Miach. No. I knew it right away, and it still swung. Ball's out. 1-2. Work your way back in this count. Yikes. All right, well, Teoscar, 2 for 3. Can he hit another one? Keep pace with Luis Robert.
And all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get
That's a good pitch.
wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings
Okay.
through it.
Too early on 92. Get through there. That's all right. Base hit. Base hit. Man, I tell you, we might move Robert to 3 and Teoscar to 4. That looks pretty dirty there. Eloy, come on, dude. Maybe just talk about him getting traded again. He'll get a base hit. Get in the gap. Come on, score. Yes, sir. And they've come all the way back.
Well done, drives in the run. Great hands on that swing to take the
Big time. Now I want to check. I know there's 2 outs. Do I want to go with Crochet? I'm gonna do it. I'll do sit down. He's just got a little bit more energy, and he's a better pitcher. So, I mean, that's how it should be. 7, 8, 9, Crochet, Matone, and then our closer. Did he really? Did he really? Oh! But what I was saying is that's how we want it lined up. So it's good to get him in there. That is huge. Look at them. They are pumped in the dugout. And again, the 2 guys come up huge.
First pitch out of the bullpen.
Boom.
You know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side is a hitter.
Man, how deflating to be the Angels right now.
It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
No more. Down the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
I'm really happy with Robert Nomo in the first 2 games I played with him. Real happy.
Here's your 1.
You know, and I could have put Rafael at second and let him, you know, kind of wait it out, but I'm glad I made. That's why I like to play the young guys, because they can surprise. Yes, we still want to. Yeah. Crochet, is he ready? He's ready. All right.
It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
One thing I don't necessarily like with Crochet is that he only got 3 pitches. But they're all dirty. Here comes that changeup. See ya. See you later. Oof.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those
And then he's
runs,
like, oh, you know, he's going to throw off speed again. Phew. By you. Moncada, the player of the game so far. Well, I don't know. There's 4 guys I'm thinking of that have just really carried us today. We're going to start off speed again. Make that fastball look even faster. Yeah, I got to throw it for a strike, Garrett.
And an easy out for the defense.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
We go backdoor here.
And there's a ball.
Wow. Okay. All right. Just too good of a pitch, I guess. Too good of a pitch.
There's a strike.
Yeah. And it's in the box. Got to be in the box. Here we go. Strike 3. Shoo. Oh. All right. All right, guys. 9-6 going into the 8th. Corey Lee, who's 0 for 3, needs a hit. You know who else I think is 0 for is? Ugh. the son of a miach. Mitchie. He's got a 10-game hit streak.
That's a really nice play ranging back in.
We gotta get him his hit. Bullpen. Phil, get up. Get up. You're going in. Has Stevie Cabrera... Oh, he does have a save. Okay. I have not pitched with Stevie
To the outfield for
Cabrera.
that catch. We all know
Young
those
prospect.
can be a little tricky,
20, I
especially if
believe.
the wind's swirling around out there.
Rafael
Wow.
in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
Here we go. I think I'm going to try and steal with him. I know his steal's at like a 34. But maybe if we get him some stolen bases, maybe we can improve that. First pitch. 39 is what it is. Gavin Lux also doesn't have a hit. Is he fast enough to overcome it? He sure is. Good, good. Statcast. 200 miles an hour. Holy cow, he's flying. I don't know, we can't see what he is. Whew. Gav needs a hit. Come on, dude. No. That's all on me there. You didn't even move my cursor. Let's go, dude. Chasing. Just chasing after balls. Good news is in the ninth, we're gonna have Garver come up, so that's good. He gets to extend his hit streak, hopefully. But look at this dude, Luis Robert, man, 4 for 4, triple shot. If I could say it, he only needs a triple for the cycle. Something I still have not done in this game. Very hard for me to do. I think it's because usually, if I hit the ball hard enough, it usually just goes out. It's hard to get that triple.
He's making his second appearance of the season. So digging in,
All right, back to a lefty. You know, I've had Phil on a lot of my teams. He either takes off and becomes a complete stud, or he kind of just washes out. So I hope he figures it out, because his stuff, when you pitch with it, he's really fun to pitch with. Sinker in. He's just got stuff that moves both to, away from lefties and righties, and I don't know. He's got some pretty decent control for a reliever. That's one. I wonder who they're going to say is the... I mean, obviously we got to hold on here, but who the player of the game is going to be. So like I said, there's 4 guys that I would put up. You got Luis, you got Teoscar, and then you got Moncada and probably Eloy too. Eloy doesn't have the big fly though. So, it's real tough to say, all right, this is the big boy. Oh.
Sometimes you just have to take a cap. And that is in for a strike. Got even at 1.
We'll go in, and then back out. Get there, Gavin. Oh, I believe that's the first hit since that second inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball.
I always get Phil Maton. I should know. He played for the Guardians for a while. I was upset when they got rid of him. Oh my gosh, Blue. Who's paying you? He's got a... Oh, man. He's got a brother in the league, too. 3-2. What do we go with?
two out, runner on first. A lot
Going
of
slider.
movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Good choice. Good choice. Sit down. Who they got? O'Shea.
Just trying to keep this one
All right,
close
Mitch.
here.
This is it.
This is where
I gotta
bullpen
focus in here.
got
Hyper
some chance to
focus.
fight back into the game.
Remember when he used to be able to slow down the pitch? I can't remember if that was only for the show, but yeah, it was completely unfair. You'd like earn it, and then your player would have like be able to like slow down the pitch, and then it was like a home run every single
It
time.
moved to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just gonna have to take the cap on that pitch.
And Poche ready to work.
Did he? Yeah, he got it. He got it. 11 games. I feel like they're trying to, in Road to the Show, you know, you get your perks. I feel like they're trying to get rid of the, I forget what it's called, but it's where you have more contact against pitches slightly outside of the zone. That's, in my mind, the best perk, and it was so hard to find this year. I mean, best perk for me, because, is that over his head? Oh man, we're going to tack him on. Because I swing at so many pitches. Hey, Oscar with another hit, man. He's making a case. He's like, hey, don't forget about me. Eloy's 2 for 4. If he hits a home run here, he might be up. And 2, if we get another run, we're not gonna see our closer. Yeah, he called it a strike.
Action in the Angels bullpen. Jimmy Herget getting ready to go.
Yikes, man.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat.
I mean, he might really make it interesting here if he hits a home run. That'd be like, nope, rolls over a ball. God dang, he does that a lot. Alright, I gotta get 2 guys up then. I think I'm gonna get one of those runs in. Moncada's the last guy up for MVP. This is his last chance here. So we're gonna get Cabrera up, but we're also gonna get Stratton up too. He's just got the most energy. Yikes, man, we got a day off tomorrow, so that's like godsend for us. Do I tag with him? No, way too shallow. I mean, we might have to bring him in if I can't. I mean, that basically takes him out of the MVP race, by the way, for the game. Nomo's going to knock him in. He needs the ribs, man. I mean, if he's going to be winning Rookie of the Year, we need him with ribbies. We need him like 80 to 90, runs batted in, hitting like 280. Love to hit 300, 20 jacks. That's Rookie of the Year. Boom. And you know what that means? So sorry, but we do not get to see Stevie Cabrera today. I mean, we could get him work, but we're going to put in Stratton. Corey Lee also over.
Next to hit, Corey Lee.
I mean, do I still bag with him up 5? Why not? It's a reliever. I'm telling you, Rookie of the Year. I'm going to let him swing away, though, here.
The kick in the pit. Runner goes. Ground ball up the middle. Swings to first. That ends
Shouldn't have done that. Should have just done straight steal. Yep, I do. Alright, here we go. I've never pitched with Stratton either, so we'll see. I'm liking what I'm seeing as far as his pitches, though. Do you go back?
And the right-hander deals. Comebacker to the mound.
Atta boy.
Fires over to
Way to
first.
field your position.
One up, one down.
Jared Walsh.
For the Angels. And ball one.
Feel like Stratton's stuff might lend itself more to
That's in
righties
there.
a little bit.
Not even 1-1.
I mean, which is
Flips it
happens with relievers, especially. Even though the days of the specialist are kind of gone because of the 3-batter rule. I'm okay. I'm good with that.
It's 2-2.
Oh my gosh. I mean, do we do slurve on the in if I could talk? There we go. Slurve in on the hands. Struggling talking today. You know, started bad with, you know, calling May a lefty. Yeah, that's probably why he gave up 6 runs. Like, just couldn't get him right. Couldn't figure out what the hell I was talking about. But we have bounced back. And, you know, I wasn't too worried about it. And we get the win. It's a pretty good comeback there. Dustin May saying, oh boy, thank you guys. Thank you. I pitched like crap. Oh, those are cool. I wish you could design those. Oh, there's that. City Connect. All right, well, there you have it. Who'd they give player of the game to? Luis Robert, 4 for 5, 2 home runs, a double, 2 RBI, 2 runs. But Moncada made a case. He just didn't have as many hits. And then look at Teoscar, 4 for 5, only 1 home run, though. And then Robert Noah also gets up there. And then Dustin May had 9 Ks, so a lot better. Hopefully that one inning didn't screw up his mojo going forward. I think the comeback, though, you know, if I'm just going off of, like, you know, how they do it in the October or whatever, it should. Oh, there you go. It should give us some good momentum. So we do have a day off. We're going to go ahead and simulate. I might go over the scouting. It just depends on what it looks like. Got a win there. Good. Loss. Dang. Still playing like just 500 ball. We're 5-4. I'm just going to take a look and see if what has kind of changed. Maybe it's a good time. Okay, so we do have some movement. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go through a lot of these guys. We're going to do just a quick deep dive on the scouting. I want to take. I'm not going to look through every player with you guys, but I'm going to kind of let you know what I see, and then that way we can just kind of go over the scouting real quick. I can tell you my direction for the season, and then we can get that done and over with. That way we don't have to visit it again until later down the road. So let me get to that, and then we'll go over exactly who's out there and hopefully find the next member of the White Sox. All right, so I was able to go through the players, just kind of a quick glance. Just they haven't changed as much as I had anticipated as far as the draft ranks, but it does look like, you know, the starting pitching is going to be, you know, fairly deep again. You know, we'll be able to get, you know, 1 or 2 guys in the starting pitching ranks. I don't know if I want to use my first overall pick on a pitcher unless one kind of jumps out at me. I also don't know if there's going to be like a superstar in this draft. It's just always so hard to tell. You know, sometimes we even can get him in the second round if you're lucky. But, you know, just going through the starting pitching here, you know, even depth as far as, you know, this guy down to 72nd rank. I mean, his overall is, you know, a little bit lower, but, you know, he still has that 65 to 99. Goodman, 83 to 97. You always got to remember that the older guys are going to have kind of a smaller range as far as their potential. So like that guy looks good because he's 18. Um, you can just kind of see that there's a lot of starting pitching to scout and kind of start to whittle down. So we'll do that throughout the rest of the season. That's kind of a given. Relievers, like I always say, I'm not big on picking relievers. I think instead what we might try and do, because we have depth in closing pitching, is if we can find a guy like we did last year, kind of under the radar, maybe a non-ranked guy that moves up. We can always draft him and then move one of our other guys to reliever. That's always an option. But like we haven't even scouted this guy and he's jumped up to 5. So if he's there, I think we found like 1 or 2 last year when we drafted one. But I mean they always pop up in the closing pitching. There could be, let's just see. I thought there was a guy like super late that looked pretty decent. Was it that guy? He's 19. Was it Madden? Oh, yeah, Madden's not bad. I mean, 75 to 99 potential. And then that overall is a little bit lower, but if he's going to be in the minors for at least a couple years, that's fine. But, I think we might scout a couple regions there. And then catcher, I've already started to scout a little bit, just that first week. But Vasquez is another guy. I thought he was in the East. He's in Central. So we'll have to scout Central, and then we'll probably be done with catchers. It's always hard to find catchers, at least for me. But Vasquez might be a guy, even though we have him at 14 right now. I would say anybody in the top 30 we're looking at to draft. So it could be any of these guys. First base is another place where I kind of found some depth where maybe a guy jumps up into the first round for us. If not, we might be able to snake a guy in like the second or something like that. So we'll probably pick a couple regions here. A guy that is on my radar, just because with our first round pick, I kind of want them to start right away. Is a guy like maybe like Louis Brown. You see where his potential kind of lies. He is a little bit older, so maybe if he's gets at that top end of that overall, maybe he can be that guy. But I mean Lopez is another guy, but you see his overall is just not quite there. So we'll probably scout a couple regions there. Second base, as we know, we drafted already last year, and then third base, I started to look at Manny Bautista, so he's kind of moved up, so he might be a guy to go number 1 overall. He's our draft rank number 2 right now. But Dwayne Kelly and Mark Hare are 2 others to kind of look for. Again, all 3 of these guys are older, so we would kind of need them to make the jump quicker to the big leagues. But their potential is probably going to be there, probably like an A or B. So they're kind of guys that you might pick in the first round just kind of as a safe bet, knowing that you're getting the potential there, and then hopefully that overall is where you need it. So as far as more scouting there, I think we'll probably pick one more region, just to kind of make sure we cover at least some of it, and then shortstops, we have Mac Johnson moving up in the draft ranks. So this guy would be probably a work in progress. Obviously, we have our top prospect is a shortstop, and then we have those 2 third basemen that we can also move to short, respectively. So picking a shortstop might not be the route to take, but if this guy ends up kind of being a guy that we can bring along the way, maybe we don't get a guy that is a starter right away like we did last season. Obviously our team's getting better, so it's going to be harder for the rookies to start, and if there's not a guy that really jumps out as that like superstar caliber, then maybe there's just not a guy that can start in this draft. So if that's the case, Mac Johnson might be our pick, and then we just kind of develop the farm system for down the road. And then as far as outfield, it's always tough. I mean, center field, there's always seems to be some depth there. I don't know if I'm going to take a risk on an outfielder just because they don't seem to be jumping out. I mean, Cortez is there, um, but he's 19, so if we pick a center fielder, he would probably be a guy, to stay in our farm system for just a little bit because we have those three center fielders now. And then with getting Teoscar Hernandez in right field for the next couple of years, I feel like our outfield is pretty decent. The only thing that's going to make it better would be like if we need like a bat at the trade deadline. So as far as outfield this year, I mean, unless that guy just ends up being the guy. I mean, so it's I'll probably, I might scout individually through here. I don't know if I'll scout regionally just because it's not a necessity. So it's kind of a blessing and a curse being the number one overall pick. For one, you get to pick, there's no competition for the draft pick. But two, you want to make sure you get the right guy. So you kind of have to scout everywhere, which is what we didn't like doing last year because makes you a little thin. We got pretty lucky with some of our picks last year. So we're really not focusing on a specific position. Like I said, starting pitching, closing pitching, that'll probably always be a thing. And then I'm going to try and find a catcher. I know we got Garver in the trade. I think the whole idea was kind of to move him to first. So that's why if we get a catcher, probably won't go first base and vice versa. But two, he's getting older as well. So you always need the depth in the farm system. So like I said, we'll probably continue with catching, and then I do want to draft some first basemen, and then third base we might be done, but then shortstop. So let's say we do two at shortstop. So if we think about this logically, we're going to probably scout the regions for just over the first half of the 14 weeks. So we'll do 8 weeks of regional scouting. We have 3 scouts, and then each region will get 2 weeks. So if you're still following along, that would be about 12 opportunities to scout regions. So we already have probably 3, 4, 5 regions with, or I'm sorry, 4, 5, 6 regions. So that leaves us 6 regions for position players. This probably sounds insane, but if you just think about it as far as the time we need to scout and the amount of scouts we have, we'll have 6 position players. So we've already done catcher. We'll probably do another catcher, and then probably 2 first basemen, and then we've done shortstop, so we'll do probably one more, or we've done third base, so we'll probably do one more shortstop, and that gives us 6 positions. So there's not much room for the outfield if we do it that way. Like I said, we might do it individually during the second half, but that's kind of my game plan. Third base, shortstop, first base, catcher. There's all places, we could use some help, and then if we go the catcher out, we can always move Garver to first, so on and so forth. But those are kind of the places where, we don't have a definite starter. Of course, Lux is our shortstop right now, but depending on where we go with the draft, he'll move, and then 2, we have guys in the minors. So kind of a lot of information in a short period of time, but I wanted to get it over with, so I'm not hopping back in here and continuing to explain it to you guys. And we kind of went over last year kind of my scouting, I don't know, mentality, I guess, or game plan every year. So I don't want to rehash on that. So that's just kind of a quick outlook of what our direction is moving forward with the scouting. So now that we got that out of the way, we can go ahead and continue on and simulate. We're going to simulate up to Grayson Rodriguez as the start here. Hopefully we can get on a roll here. Got a loss, got a win. So we're 6-6. Kind of still in a bit of a funk to start the season. I guess 500 ball is not too bad to start. I'd love to get off to a better start, but yeah, for next time, what we're going to try and do is probably play Rodriguez's start there, and then it will probably be, I believe, Bello would be here on the 17th. So we're going to try and play 2 games and kind of start to get into into a groove here. Hopefully our team does the same, and we can maybe simulate a little bit more if we start winning some games. But I don't want them to kind of fall by the wayside if we start simulating. So we'll continue to play probably once around each rotation for now. But that is all for this episode. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, go ahead and leave it down below, and I'll try to get to as many as possible. So, again, thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time.